According to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan.
He was promoting tons of these ICO scams at the time, and he also narrowly avoided an ICO fraud lawsuit for the same thing, under the defense that he wasn't actually influential enough to convince people to buy the scam.
Bank, I'm robbing y'all. Phelps does nothing but collect dust, money over legacy, currency over legacy, because he felt underappreciated.
Recent controversy surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr. has sparked serious questions about his public image. Floyd recently announced that he had purchased Manhattan apartment properties valued at $42 million, presenting the deal as another major business success. However, reports soon surfaced claiming there was no clear evidence of the transaction appearing in official records. Mayweather also publicly stated that he owned the buildings outright without involving any partners. But growing skepticism online has led many people to question whether the claims were accurate. As doubts...
All right. Now, Floyd Mayweather Jr., there's a story circulating that Business Insider did talking about this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same.
All right. Well, now we're trying to figure out what happened, right, with Business Insider. So according to another update, he did ink a $402 million deal for a Black Spruce portfolio. When he said that it was all his and no one invested, he meant no one was funding his part of the investment but him. And so I think this is something where maybe he owns a piece of this or shares in it, but it hasn't changed hands because the majority owner is still the same owner that it was before. I'm trying to understand what happened with this, but I know there's a story that's circulating, so just putting it out there. Whew, it's a tough one. I'm trying to understand as a real estate person myself what exactly he is communicating when he's saying that he owns this, because they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't, but what it seems like is that he owns shares of these buildings.
As Floyd Mayweather Jr. approaches his 50s, his public displays of wealth continue to remain a major part of his image. Through social media posts and videos, he frequently highlights luxury fashion, private jet travel, and large amounts of cash, reinforcing the extravagant lifestyle that has become closely tied to his persona. However, critics believe that the constant focus on proving financial success may be creating more problems than solutions. Some argue that the ongoing need to showcase wealth gives the impression of maintaining an image rather than building long-term stability, raising concerns that the
It kind of, think it's a red flag when you're 50 years old to feel like almost 50 and still gotta flex on social media. But, people on social media do what they do best, especially black people try to tear each other down. So people start researching, Angela started researching, and they found out that Floyd was capping. Now, Floyd is part of like some type of ownership group that got a part of it. Then you got 50.
In one widely shared video, Floyd Mayweather Jr. spread stacks of cash across a table while proudly displaying large amounts of $100 bills to camera. The clip quickly gained attention online, becoming another example of the extravagant image he often presents on social media. Still, critics interpreted the display differently. Some argue that the repeated need to publicly showcase money can come across as an attempt to constantly validate success. In their view, truly established
Money made all day. Right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20. Benjamin Franklin right here. Money made all day. We in the bank, doing what we do best, counting money.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. may have finished his career without a loss, but that hasn't always translated into universal fan support. Over the years, many viewers have admitted that they watched his fights hoping to see someone finally defeat him rather than simply to admire his performances. Part of that reaction came from criticism of his defensive boxing approach, which some fans considered less exciting compared to more aggressive fighting styles. Combined with his confident...
One of the best middleweights of all time is fighting this weekend. I didn't say greatest, I said best. I am really high on Janibek Alimhanila. He beats Canelo, he knocks out Crawford with ease. This guy's a monster. Absolute freak. If you guys haven't watched his highlights, if you guys haven't watched the full fight, go watch him. He's fighting this weekend. Make sure you guys tune in. His last fight was absolutely domination. This should be illegal. But a lot of people ask me like, Jerry, why are you so high on Janibek? What does Janibek do, or whatever the case may be? The guy is huge for 160. He's huge for 168. He debuted at 175. He's a light heavyweight. He's cutting down to 160 because Canelo won't give him the fight at 68. And 75, he's still a bit undersized. But he's a southpaw, quick hands, quick feet, explosive one-punch knockout power, insane timing, insane punch selection, amazing boxer on the inside. Probably a top 3 boxer when it comes to fighting on the inside the pocket. Probably has the best uppercut in all of boxing. Janibek Alimhanila is a monster. I hope you guys tune in this weekend to see what I've been seeing.
It was around this time that Floyd Mayweather Jr. faced backlash, linked to his involvement in promoting cryptocurrency-related projects and other digital asset endorsements that later drew criticism. He was accused by some observers of attaching his name to speculative or poorly understood financial ventures, which ultimately led to controversy when certain projects failed to meet expectations. Even after earlier restrictions and public scrutiny, critics argue that he continued to engage in similar promotional activities, including NFT-related collaborations involving high-profile figures such as Kim.
When Floyd Mayweather was banned for 3 years from promoting securities after scamming his fans with an ICO called Syntratech. He was promoting tons of these ICO scams at the time, and he also narrowly avoided an ICO fraud lawsuit for the same thing, under the defense that he wasn't actually influential enough to convince people to buy the scam. And now that it's 2022, his 3-year securities ban is over, and he's back to scamming again. He's currently being sued once again for his promotion of Ethereum Max alongside Kim Kardashian, and also has gotten really into NFTs.
And if you in the NFT world and you betting on me, you will never lose. But what I need you to do right now, go get Mayweatherverse. That's my new NFT. I've been working on that for months. If I win, you win.
Now, it's pretty obvious from these comments that Floyd has learned nothing after not reading the SEC settlement. So maybe that's why he tells us we can't lose by betting on him. So let's put that to the test with his last 3 NFT projects.
I'm dropping my NFT tonight. FloydNFT.com, August 10th. Go get it right now. Matter of fact, don't even wait till August 10th. Get it now. My NFT. Own a piece of my legacy. Floyd Money Mayweather.
I'm not just in 30% or 40%, full 100%. I'm all the way in.
Now, Floyd's World was indeed a huge success for Floyd Mayweather, who raked in $4.9 million. But what happened to his fans? Well, they're furious because the price of this NFT has collapsed over 90%, and they angrily responded in the comment section, "You already have an NFT project. It's called @RealFloydNFT. You released it last year and then stopped working on it immediately after. Have you been punched in the head so much you're forgetting these things now?"
Allegations and rumors surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr. have often painted a controversial picture of his financial and personal affairs. Over time, various claims have circulated online, ranging from tax-related disputes to disputes involving luxury purchases and overseas travel situations. Though many of these stories remain widely debated and unverified in their details, critics argue that, regardless of what is confirmed or unconfirmed, the constant stream of controversy has contributed to a broader narrative about instability around his public image. In their view, the concern is not only about money itself, but about how repeated negative headlines can affect.
Well, it turns out that the rumors were true, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now, multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp, while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai, stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole mess.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has earned hundreds of millions throughout his career, but he has also faced criticism and accusations related to certain business dealings and promotional events. Some claims suggest that fans who paid for experiences such as meet and greets, appearances, or exclusive content did not always receive what they expected in return. On social media platforms like TikTok, commentary and exposed-style videos have also questioned how much of his brand is built on marketing and hype compared to tangible substance. These discussions often argue that public perception can sometimes be shaped heavily by promotion and image. In addition, Mayweather previously stated that his fight with Conor McGregor generated around $100 million in earnings for him, presenting it as a major financial achievement. However, those figures have been widely debated.
What's the biggest fight you've ever had? Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, which ironically is a boxing event, but it's the biggest combat sports fight ever. What did that gross? It did 4.4 or 4.5 million buys at $100 a buy. Yeah. So that worked out okay. It did.
Chael Sonnen, known for his outspoken commentary, offers sharp critique of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s approach in his later career. In his analysis, Sonnen suggested that the issue was not Mayweather's ability to earn money, but rather how it is managed and spent over time. He argued that Mayweather's motivation has shifted away from competitive pride and sporting ambition, and instead leans more toward financial gain and maintaining a high-profile lifestyle filled with luxury cars, private jets, and public displays of wealth. According to this perspective, the focus of his career has moved from championship pursuits to income-driven appearances.
No, Floyd's not going to do MMA, but he is going to box again. He's enjoying this attention. It's been very smart what he did. I think it surprised him. I think he was just going out to have a little bit of fun. I don't think he realized he could get 4 and 5 weeks of headlines out of this, but he does need to box again, for sure. I mean, you call it breaking news, but I will tell you unequivocally right now, Floyd Mayweather does and is planning to box one more time.
And the motivation behind getting into a ring again to box when he said he's retired, why? Why do it?
Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion. Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Mike Tyson, he did real well too. Evander Holyfield, again, it's not what you made. And don't forget, boxing and MMA math, whatever that number is, you get 30% of. So 30% of $1 billion, he still did really well, but not when you're spending money like that. I mean, that's just the way it works. We've seen a progression of these guys, one after the next, that all end up the same way. And that's broke, and they're just not smart with their money. And, that's all it comes down to. I'm not even trying to bag on Floyd. Look, he's just not a very bright guy. He's surrounded with even less bright guys. This is the way it works when you're a boxer and you go spend that kind of money. If you ever buy things that cost money to own, you're going to be broke.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has often associated success with visible wealth, frequently using social media to highlight his financial achievements. His posts commonly feature luxury cars, large sums of cash, and other symbols of high-end lifestyle, which he presents as evidence of his accomplishments. However, this approach has drawn criticism from some sports commentators, including Shannon Sharp. They have expressed concern that repeatedly displaying wealth so openly may reflect an emphasis on image over long-term financial discipline. From this perspective, critics argue that focusing heavily on material displays can shift attention away from sustainable wealth-building strategies. They suggest that maintaining a balanced approach to finances is more important than public perception, especially for long-term stability beyond a sporting career, reflecting a broader change in priorities as his career.
Money Man is getting ready. Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas. We had to get the ones. Make it rain. Yeah. I need everybody. I mean everybody. At Girl Collection, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl, or whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl Collection. Yeah.
love him or dislike him, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has established a reputation that extends beyond his undefeated record in the ring. Over the years, he has often been portrayed as one of the more confident and outspoken figures in professional sports, openly embracing his wealth and public persona. He has also been widely quoted in discussions about prioritizing financial success over legacy, a stance that has shaped how many people view his career. While that mindset contributed to his enormous earnings, it has also attracted significant criticism and divided public opinion. As a result, Mayweather remains a polarizing figure, admired for his...
Floyd Mayweather was trying to give y'all the fights, and everybody starts saying that this guy was too old, this guy was too that. Floyd Mayweather starts saying F all of y'all. F the belts, F you, F everything. I'm taking y'all to the bank. I'm robbing y'all. Belts does nothing but collect dust. Money over legacy, currency over legacy, because he felt underappreciated. I train all day long, and I'm doing this to try to be one of the greats. Forget that. I'm going to do it for me. He became one of the most selfish fighters you'll ever hear. That's why I never blamed Floyd. When y'all hear me say the Floyd Mayweather effect, a lot of Floyd Mayweather fans, you hate on Mayweather already. No, I'm talking about the effect. Floyd Mayweather is an all-time great fighter, but people grab the wrong things because most people aren't about hard work and dedication anyway. That's why to be great is rare. Most people try to find that shortcut, and they only saw Floyd's shortcut. They never saw a scenic route.
Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s return from retirement for an exhibition bout with Logan Paul was widely framed in media debates as being driven more by commercial opportunity than competitive sport. The event drew huge attention, but also sparked discussion about motivations behind such high-profile exhibition fights. Following the bout, Logan Paul publicly raised disputes regarding payments he believed were still unresolved, which shifted part of the conversation from boxing to financial disagreements and public statements exchanged between both sides. Logan also made comments online suggesting uncertainty about Mayweather's financial situation, adding further fuel to the ongoing narrative around money and image. The situation ultimately became less about athletic competition and more about offering controversies.
Floyd Mayweather is bankrupt. At least that's what Logan Paul thinks. Logan hopped on the walkway to Fight Club show, and when he was asked about being paid, he was nothing short of honest.
It's unfortunate because, same Floyd Money Mayweather. Surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that didn't happen, so I'm sure it'll come eventually, right? I realized, okay, I'm being strung along. This is a classic, hey, buddy, you're the new guy in this industry. We're going to puppeteer you however we want. Hop on for the ride and shut up. Instead of shutting up, I make fun of him on social media and let everyone know that he doesn't have any money. I kind of joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. Well, I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know. And I don't really care. I just want my money.
Remember the week before I fought Floyd, I was in my hotel room by myself with my mind about to implode.
You're about to fight arguably the greatest boxer of all time.
As an 0-1 YouTuber.
It's great that you got the job done of getting the paperwork. I got Floyd Mayweather to agree to fight me. But you gave him a respectable performance to where people walked away and it's not a gimmick anymore.
I owe Floyd a thanks. Floyd Mayweather, looking forward to receiving the rest of the money you owe me, but thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Logan Paul later escalated his dispute with Floyd Mayweather Jr. by publicly stating that legal action could be taken over money he claimed was still unpaid. His comments framed the situation as a potential courtroom battle, shifting the controversy from social media debate into possible formal legal proceedings. If such a case were pursued and successful, it would not only involve financial consequences, but could also further intensify public scrutiny around Mayweather's business dealings and reputation.
Or is that something that you can't disclose right now?
He has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
Short
way.
a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this for the court.
No, are you being serious? Is this a
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm with you. I'm not with you. Yeah, we're taking it to the court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So,
See you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
This wouldn't be the first time Floyd Mayweather Jr. has faced legal scrutiny. He has previously served time in jail and has often spoken about how fame and public attention came with a loss of personal freedom. However, critics point out what they see as a contradiction in his choices, arguing that certain financial decisions and public controversies continue to pull him back into legal and reputational challenges. From this perspective, the concern isn't just about money, but about how ongoing disputes and high-profile situations keep generating attention. The ongoing dispute added another layer of tension.
You know, I had 3 children with a young lady. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. You know, we wasn't seeing eye to eye. You know, she was a little upset, had a little alcohol in her system. She was a little edgy, and I told her, you know, basically I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset. She didn't want me to take the keys to the truck. So things got out of hand and blown out of, you know, they blow things up bigger than what things are really made out to be. So things happen.
But nevertheless, you had to do 2 months, right?
Yeah, I did 2 months for a misdemeanor, yes.
So what is it like to have everything and then not have freedom?
That's what I come to find out. Freedom is very important. Freedom is very, very important. And I'm just, you know, I'm happy to be free. I'm happy to be back.
50 Cent has publicly shared claims in interviews and media appearances suggesting financial disagreements with Floyd Mayweather Jr., including allegations that money-tied collaborative or business-related efforts was not repaid as expected. Mayweather, on the other hand, has previously responded to such claims by stating that certain arrangements were not formally requested or agreed upon in the way they were being presented. At the same time, Floyd Mayweather Jr. remains one of boxing's most successful figures, widely recognized for building a highly profitable career both inside and outside the ring. However, public debate around his financial decisions, endorsements, and business dealings continues to follow him, fueling ongoing discussion about his legacy and reputation beyond his achievements in sport.
Anybody who knows Floyd knows he doesn't want to be alone. So in that situation, like, I was concerned about him because, like, I went to visit him more than anyone else that he would qualify and would actually visit him. And it's because I knew that he, I feel like this, he'll buy stuff for you to keep you around. His temperament, there's no balance. Like, he can do anything and they'll still stay there because it's like they're waiting.
Yes, man.
Right, yeah.
That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.